There's healing for your mind.
Welcome to Garden Sound 365. My name is Garden Sound. This is the show where we write music every day for a year. It's good to be here today. So you might be wondering, why am I listening to gospel music on Saturday morning? It's not Sunday. I'm listening to gospel because I'm trying to steal the chord progressions and the soul of gospel. I'm thinking I want to write a gospel tune. I've been thinking this for a couple of days. I'm continuing my series on funk, on my goal of creating a new electronic funky genre. I'm thinking I'm going to find the answer somewhere in gospel. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm reopening our series on funk, and I'm continuing on with my mission. We had a little break this week. You know what I'm saying? We had a little break this week and did some news, and that was fun. And so for those of you from the nation who are sticking around and here to hang out and chill, excellent. Glad to have you. For those of you who are longtime members of my show, thanks for sticking around. Doing crazy things or doing things that other people wouldn't do, doing abnormal things is normal for me. Like it is. I do art projects that are a bit outside the norm, and it's always been that way, you know. And it might not make sense to a lot of people, but it gives me some purpose, you know. It gives me some sort of a purpose in life, and isn't that really all? Isn't that like what everybody's seeking, you know? So I have big news, and I hinted about this earlier this week. I've been speaking with Mr. Bill and his management, and in April he is going to go on tour on the West Coast. Okay, here's a picture of that poster. So this is public knowledge. He's definitely, I mean, he's already showed everybody his poster. He's going on tour with Beats Antique. They're a bigger band. Beats Antique are cool, and they sound like this. For those of you who aren't familiar with. It kind of reminds me of the Glitch Mob, but mixed with a little bit more of a Burning Man kind of feel, if that makes any sense. You know, a little bit more of a natural, hand pan, your pentatonic scales, your music box, your thumb piano. You know what I'm saying? More of a kalimba kind of feel to it. So that's Beats Antique. Anyway, long story short, what am I trying to say? All right, they're going on tour. Big deal, Gardner. Okay, I'm going with them. Not as Garden Sound, like as a musician, but I'm going with them with my camera. From April the 9th until like April the 23rd, 24th, I'll be doing a vlog on the road with Mr. Bill. So that'll be really cool to watch, right? You guys will be able to like see what it's like to be on tour as a big electronic musician. You can watch the process firsthand and see what it's like. And I think that's just going to be cool as hell for everybody. I'm sure there's some people who have done a tour vlog before, but I don't think there's ever been a vlogger. Me. Like, I do vlogs. That's what I do. I don't think there's ever been a vlogger, a pro vlogger, you know what I'm saying? Like, who does that and isn't part of the music, follow around musicians. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's really cool. And I think there's a space for that. I don't know. I don't want to jump the gun here and say I found my thing, but I could see this turning into a big thing. It's just it's a feeling of excitement. That's all it is. It's an exciting thing. That's what I want to tell you about. So there's my big secret, and yeah, I hope you're as excited as I am. I know it's gonna kick ass. I know it's gonna be some funny shit, yeah. All right, gospel and funk, Lordy mercy. That ain't gospel and funk. So, some of the pillars of gospel, you gotta have a really repetitive, almost a 12-bar blues, but with a little bit more of a turn in it than a normal blues. So gospel and funk, Jesus. I'm gonna be in C today because I feel like it. Big chords like that, a lot of parallelism. So you don't really want to be. You know, yeah, so today will just be a short little gospel experiment. We'll see what we can come up with. I'm gonna limit myself today. This is something I don't normally do. I'm gonna limit myself to an hour. It's 12:43. At 1:45, so an hour and 2 minutes, I'm gonna go and cut off on the composition. Oh my god, it's gonna be 70? Perfect, so I'll record it at 140. That way if anyone wants to throw this into the middle of a dubstep set, they can. Can you imagine? Going from like, wow, 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 to like, praise the Lord! The hell was that note? Hold on a second. Now what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna record a bass guitar, a solo, a bass guitar, a guitar, and then I'm gonna get like my drum samples in here, and really funk it up and chop it up a bit. Then I'm gonna get a rocking guitar solo, and that's my plan. My plan is just I'm gonna get a bunch of samples in here, and basically I'm making my own gospel thing to sample, if that makes sense. Alright, let's get some drums in here. So what we're gonna do is put these, and these are gonna be our strong hats, right? We're gonna make these velocities louder, and these ones in between are not gonna be so loud. Now what I'm gonna do is resample the whole fucking thing. Perfect, then I'm gonna call this track Cheese. And we're going to take these tracks and we're going to deactivate them just to make it a little bit easier on me. Alright. So these tracks we're just gonna store up here at the very top. And we've got our Cheese and we've got our contact drums. Perfect, so now what we're gonna do is get some bigger drums. We're gonna call these our, whoops, I don't wanna render anything right now, Ableton. I'm gonna call these the fat drums. Fat! That's fat drums, fat drum. Oh, you know I'm gonna use cymatics. What if I sidechained that whole fucking thing and made it sound kind of weird? Let's do that with a Ableton drum samples. Alright, now the final thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna add some guitar solos, some washed out guitar solos on top of this, and sidechain those just to get a little bit more pad in there. And then I'm gonna be done. So I've got 5 minutes left. Here we go. I need to grab all these and turn them down to -6. I've got to pee so bad right now, it's not even funny. Pretty good for an hour's worth of work. I'm gonna go ahead and export this, and we'll just a little experiment today. Like I said, I'm working on something bigger. I don't know what yet. I don't think gospel's the answer. And the thing is, I wouldn't have known if it is or not without trying, so I don't think gospel's gonna work for me. This was fun though. If you want to hear that song in its entirety, click right here. If you would like to see what I did yesterday, click right here. If you would like to subscribe to me, click here. And if you would like to support me on Patreon, click right here. But other than that, my name's GARDNSOUND. We'll try again tomorrow. Bye.